Hey, yesterday I installed valve guides in these 217 casting 350 Chevrolet heads and cut them for seals. Hey everybody, happy Wednesday. How we doing? Hey, you're halfway through your work week. So we got them guides in there. I just reamed them to fit the valves. Now let's put some hard seats in them. Well, these heads had seats in them already. I took them out because this thing ran super lean and tulip to couple the intake valves. And I'm concerned that those seats are going to pop out from all the heat transferred from the valve to the seat. So let's put some seats in them. I'll be doing that in my TCM 25 Peterson head machine, the same machine I put the guides in with. I have a pilot in it. I'm going to use this inch and 5/8 cutter. It's got carbide inserts welded onto it. And it just slips over this. It flops around like that when you're cutting. It's real precision. You got to put a sleeve on it. Maybe it won't flop around now, huh? And that just goes on it. I have the arbor in the machine that drives that. So let's go. So here we go. Okay, there you go. I just got to clean out the chips and beat them in. Okay, I just put a little bit of Loctite in all four corners. It's not really necessary to put Loctite on them. It acts more of a lubricant than it does to lock them in. So let's go. Okay, these seats are high nickel chrome and they're directional. Can't put them in upside down. There's a chamfer on one side. Don't hit it too hard when it hits the bottom or you'll bust the head. When I say you might bust it, I'm talking about on this back side here. It's pretty thin, so if you hit it too hard, it'll actually crack. And it'll leak, it won't seal. So be careful. Okay, those seat heights came out perfect. If they were a little bit proud, I'd just hit them with an 1 11/16 cutter. Now I gotta put my 3-angle cutter in it. It's got the 30, 45, and the 60 on it. There you go, I got it in the column, let's cut them. Okay, here we go. Now I want to float the table. That'll center it. There you go. I will be finishing these with a stone. I prefer a stone finish. They are concentric though. You can tell if the valve is concentric if it bounces on the seat. Watch this. I have 3 different styles of 3-angle cutters. I have a sturdy, I have a Mira, and I have this one. I've had this one the longest and it cuts spot on. Let me get that other head in there now and fix it. Okay, that head goes into the grinding cabinet. And the second head's ready to go. Hey, this thing has a gearbox. I cut the seats at 107 on the 3 angles. Now I'm going to switch it to 74. There we go. Forgot to push record on this one. Check this out. Hi buddy. David just got this Yamaha. He's got this addiction going, I guess. Now he's got a 100 he just picked up. Check it out. Another old vintage motorcycle. It's got 2 sprockets. It's got one One for the road and one for the trail, I guess. Pretty wild, huh? I don't know what you do for a chain. It's obviously going to be too short. They made the guard tall enough for it. Okay, back to work. I didn't say this before, but make sure you re-level your head and make sure your clamps are still tight. Let's cut them. This machine also has a power column. Pretty cool, huh? There you go, I'm ready to grind the seats. And I cleaned up all my chips. Ready for the next victim. But that'll have to be on another video, because I'm heading home. Hey, I'm gonna get home before 7 tonight. That's pretty cool. Thanks for coming along, you guys. We'll be doing something else tomorrow. I don't know if I'm gonna be grinding these tomorrow or what I'm gonna be doing. I'm just gonna kind of keep doing a video on this whole thing, the whole build. But I might have to work on something else. I'm not sure what I'm doing. So until then, you guys have a nice night. Be nice to each other. See you tomorrow. Bye.